Dottie, Stitching Scotty, and this is my Scotty Striker, one of them. He'd like to say hello and would like to welcome you to our video, Flosstube number 201. Today's February the 1st, Saturday. And here's my other Scotty Winston. We'd just like to welcome you today, and thank you so much for coming back to tune into my channel and see what we've got for counted cross stitch. They're heavy. Anyway, just got through giving them their treats, but welcome, welcome, welcome today. If you're a new subscriber, I'd like to welcome you. If you're returning, I'd like to welcome you back because it's so exciting just to see how many subscribers I've gotten recently. So thank you so much. And last week, I couldn't even remember it was video 200. So go figure, yeah. But anyway, we've got a January wrap-up today. And I've got some goals I've met, current whips, no finishes. Well, I did have a finish. Yes, I did. But you saw that last week. So I'm not going to show it again today because it's at the framers. But I've got a free pattern to offer everyone, a link. And then I would also like to share an Etsy shop. I don't know how that was so hard to get out. Oh, well. Anyway, here we go. Okay, first of all, I would like to send my condolences to everyone in Jean Lee's family. It's Jean Lee from the attic. As you know, she has passed this week, and she's stitching in heaven. And her family, friends, all the cross-stitch community is really going to miss her. I'm going to miss her. She was just a sweet, sweet spirit. She was very kind. She always made you feel welcome every time you went to her retreats or in her shop. And she was such an encourager. And she had the cutest eyes. They just twinkled, and a sweet smile for everyone. And she was a very good listener and encourager. So she encouraged us all to stitch on 56 count. Yeah. So, but anyway, I would just like to say that going to the attic was a thing on my bucket list. It was just something I just was like, I really wanted to do. And when I got there and saw the beautiful samplers and the beautiful stitching that everyone had done and all the beautiful displays, I was like, oh my goodness, it's just amazing. And then to just be welcomed like, you know, you were her best friend, that was just even a better treat. So she will definitely be missed. But our cross-stitch community has drastically benefited from, well, not drastically, it's just greatly benefited from this, from her and the 30 years that she's given this community. So anyway, so because of that, let's go ahead and cross-stitch and see what we've got. Okay, first I want to start with WIPGO, and I was so excited to see that Lenny and Roberta started WIPGO, so that's good. And I got a new twist on WIPGO this year to hope it will, like last year I just kind of pooped out on it, but this year I've done something a little bit different. And you know, I do the extra glamorous WIPGO sheet. Even though Jessie Marie does stuff, who's the facilitator, she prints one out that you can print off the computer. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that, but I never do. But anyway, I just draw mine on a piece of notebook paper this year. It gets worse every year. But anyway, the numbers that were called for January were number 9, which was a Thanksgiving project for me, and number 20, which was a religious project. So my religious project was my finish last week, and I did meet my goal on that. And I'm just going to show this because this is the Lord's Prayer from Stoney Creek. And I stitched the sampler and finally got it done. And when it comes back from the framer, I will more than happily be glad to show it. I hope I picked a good frame out. It took me a little while to pick one out, but I just think this is a beautiful stitch. I stitched it on 32 count 2 strands over 2, and I only substituted the one thread, which if you haven't seen this, go back to my last video, Flosstube number 200, and you will see you'll see a good look at this. Okay, and I don't know how soon it'll be back because he had a lot of cross stitch pieces that were so beautiful before mine. So yeah. Okay, and then next we had a Thanksgiving stitch for number 9. And my Thanksgiving stitch I pulled was the first Thanksgiving from Twin Peak Primitives. And I just thought this was beautiful. This is a big one. It is 325 stitches by 339. This will be the biggest thing I've ever stitched. I will say that. And I'm doing it on, where'd my sheet go? Here it is. Okay. I'm doing it on 32 count Country French Ivory Linen. And I'm using the Call for DMC flosses. Okay. So let's see what I've gotten done. I'm on page 3, I think, out of, I think, 20. Oops. Well, technical difficulties here. One moment. Okay. Here we go. If you'll notice, I got a good bit done. I started the top of one of the ships, and I got the 1621 finished, and the other little planter finished. And hopefully, I'll get some more done on this soon. But it's 2 strands over 2. But I thought that was just really, really pretty. I will say that in the photo, the 1621 background is not pictured in the photo. But I think I like this one after I looked at it for a bit. So that's what I got done. So I met my WIPGO goal for that. So I'm now able to mark off, well, 2 squares. So I now have 2 squares, and goals for January are met. So Jessie Marie does stuff. She has a floss tube, and she calls out the WIPGO numbers or bingo numbers every 25th of the month. So she called out this month number 7 and number 8. If I do that, if I get those, I'll have 3 in a row already. Who knows? So number 7 is, well, let's start with number 8. Number 8 is a Twin Peak Primitives piece. Now, I have other Twin Peak Primitive pieces that I have to stitch 4 days on. I forgot to say what my goal was. It's 4 days on each of them. But I'm going to pick this back up because I really, really enjoyed stitching on this. And I'm going to stitch 4 more days on it and see what I can get accomplished. I would like to get this other half over here done, but who knows. All right. So anyway, that is what I'm going to work on in February for 4 days for WIPGO. Then my other WIPGO, I need your help. It's supposed to be the closest item I have to a finish. Well, you're going to see that one of the current WIPs I have is like so close that I'm going to finish it today. And I thought, that's really no fair. I could have finished it last night had I not fallen asleep, and it would have been for January. But you know, that's what happens when you get up early. So I decided I would pick the next to the closest WIP since I'm going to finish this one today. And I want to do at least 2 or 3 days stitching on it. So I have 3 choices of things that I'm going to let you vote which one you think I should do. Okay, the first one is from Stitch West last year when I went to see Primrose Cottage stitches. And this is called HoneyBees and Stitching Please. So many of y'all have finished this, and I just kind of bogged down for some reason because I flipped from thing to thing. And I've got a lot done on it though. I really do. It's on 25 count white linen, and I'm using the DMC they gave us at the retreat. And this is what I've got done. So I don't like very much. I like the rest of the word and, like an N and a D. I mean an N and an A. And then I need the word bees and honey. And a honeybee, of course, and 2 or 3 flowers here and there. So I'll hold this up so you can see. See, it's not much. And I'm using 2 strands over 2. And it's on 25 count. So it's going to be about 6 by 6 1/4. Okay. So that's number 1. But we'll call that one bees, okay? If you think I should vote on the honeybees, okay? Not vote, but stitch on the honeybees. Duh. You think I was doing a giveaway or something. All right. The next one, you know, I have to have a Halloween piece. This is also from Primrose Cottage, and it's called No Tricks, Just Treats. I'd even forgotten about that one. This is on 32 count Stormy Night, and it's also using DMC. I think this is so cute. And I just couldn't wait to get this done. And then when I didn't get it done by Halloween, I was like, forget it. So this is what I need. This is how much I've got done on this one. And see, it's very close. I know Halloween's a good ways away, but let's see. All I need is a candy corn up in the corner that I've started. And, oh, I've got the ghost. The house needs a door. And I need the word just. And the flowers need centers. And I think that's about all I need on that one. So you can see that. You could put Halloween on this one if you think I should do this one for my closest finish. Or next to closest finish. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Then, because I thought, well, you know, it's spring soon. Not yet, of course, because some of y'all have snow. We do not. We have rain. Not today, though. Today's pretty. Last night, gully washer. But anyway, I saw this one, Somebody Loves You from Country Cottage Needleworks. And it's on 32 count Water Lily. And I'm using Weeks Dye Works, Classic Color Works, and DMC. I don't have a lot done on this one, but it doesn't need much more. And I think those little bunnies are just so cute. I just need the little line underneath them for the grass, and Somebody Loves You and 3 flowers. So that's all I need. And then that one will be a finish. And this one's 2 strands over 2. And some fancy floss and some regular floss. So put Bunny, B-U-N-N-Y. So you're either going to vote for the bees, Halloween, or Bunny. Which one should I finish? And what I'll do is I'll announce which one I'm going to work on next week. This week I'll just work on other things and my Thanksgiving piece. And that way, not Thanksgiving, Twin Peaks piece. And that way, you know, they'll kind of add a little excitement to it. Okay, so, well, not excitement, but you know. Okay, I didn't get much stitching done this week. I tried to do some finishing and it just went, not good. So I was like, forget that. So there was a lot of forget that going on this week, a lot. It was one of those weeks where it's like, can we fix this? Can we fix this? And it wasn't stitching things, it was other things, just annoying things. So, you know, we're done with that. Okay, but I did have a happy time because I opened my mailbox and there was a card from Crystal. Oops. Is this not adorable? I just love it. It's a Scotty dog. And she sent me the sweetest message. And she also told me about her daughter's Etsy shop. And it's called A Door Unlocked. And she does, oh goodness. I can't think of what to call it. Oh, wait a minute. I'll look on the back. Pointillism. That's it. I couldn't think of the word. She does pointillism and graphite. And what pointillism is, and I didn't know that's what they called it when my son did it in art class, is this. That's all just a bunch of dots. Isn't that beautiful? And here's her information. Okay, here's her information. And I will link it below, so you can go to her Etsy shop. Isn't that just cute? Oh my goodness. And she also gave me this beautiful bookmark. It says, "This is where I fall asleep." And look at the moon. It's all pointillism. It's just beautiful. So thank you, Crystal. And she thanked me because she won a giveaway. She didn't have to do that, but she was nice enough and kind enough to do that. And I appreciate it. All I care is, did you get it? You know, that's my main thing, is I want to know if you got it. Okay, let's talk about our free pattern now, and then I'll show my whips, current whips, the rest of them after this. I always like to mix it up so you never know what to watch. Sneaky. Okay, oops. Okay, that was not what I wanted to do. That was what I wanted to do. Okay, our free pattern today is a Valentine Day pattern, and it's from Stitching the Night Away. And it's a Valentine. Look at that. Oh, goodness. Isn't that just beautiful? So you go to this website, which I will link below, and the pattern is on like 5 pages, I think. It's black and white, but it's a very good PDF pattern. It's very clear and plenty large enough to read, so that's good. So hopefully I'll see some Stitching the Night Away Valentine patterns soon. Hope you enjoy that. Okay, the next thing, we're going to talk about our featured cross-stitch Etsy shop. And this one, I think I've shown some of her stuff a long time ago, but she had some cute Valentine patterns. So this is Nara, I think it's Nara, NARAxStitchPatterns. And she's from Turkey. And look at, oh goodness, the lights don't like us. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Then there's another variation of it. My ring light keeps showing up in that. And look at this cute little house. And she's having a sale right now if you catch her in time. And then we have gnomes and their little house. Let's see if I can do something with that. I don't know if it's better or worse. Oh, worse. Okay, there's the gnome house. And this one, I would not do it the whole entire thing because it's huge and it's full coverage, but it reminds me of a Carolyn Manning pattern, but it's got all these different mosaic in there, and it's a sampler patchwork square, but you could do a little of this and a little of that and make a bunch of smalls. Wouldn't that be pretty? Then she also has a little village scene that looks like spring. And a temperature chart. Isn't that pretty? Love those colors. And then these 4 different bouquets. I thought those were beautiful. And then I picked this. I know Christmas is over, but this is the most unusual and beautiful nativity scene I've ever seen. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? All right. So, oh, and one more. There's a winter sampler, December, January, February. You could leave that off. And you could leave the word winter off if you wanted to, but I thought that was really cute. So you'll have to go check her shop out. She has some beautiful, beautiful patterns. She has a lot of beginner patterns, but she has a lot of very involved patterns also. All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed that. So in addition to my first Thanksgiving works in progress, or whips, I had a new start. And you're like, girl, don't you have enough whips already? Which you will see. I'm doing a whip parade after this in another video. But I found this, and when I was going through my craft room stuff, and I was like, why haven't I done this? It's so cute. Groundhog Day is coming up. And this one's called Groundhog Day, and it's from Bent Creek, and I'm just going to show just a little bit of it. Even though I couldn't find the pattern, I don't want to just show it. But it's got a little groundhog, and I did it on this piece of linen that I found in my stash. And look, he's so cute. But I sat down and did that one night, and I thought that was just adorable. It's on 28 count even weave, and it's 2 strands over 2, and I'm using all DMC floss. So, so cute. But it's going to have a little groundhog with a shadow, and it's going to say Groundhog Day, and it's got little swirlies in the air. Hopefully I'll have this done next week. All right, and the next thing I was stitching on that's my closest finish, because I worked on it last night, it's stitch night, sit and stitch night, and we had to change our location because our Barnes & Noble closed. The rent went up so high on the building they couldn't afford it. So that was a big disappointment. But we are now meeting at Ingles Supermarket. Yes, a supermarket. It has a little cafe area, and they have like all this buffet stuff and a salad bar, and they have donuts and all kinds of goodies. And this really nice man, they have loads of tables. Let me finish though. They have loads of tables and chairs. And no, I've not had Coca-Cola or caffeine. But they had loads of tables and chairs. And so it's plenty of room for whoever shows up. And we had about 8 show up, 7 or 8. And some of them left before I got the picture made. I'll try to stick a photo in here at the end if I can do that, if I can get that. And Dolores had a finish. And Dolores is not with us today. She's getting another car, which is desperately needed. I'm really happy for her that she's getting a new car. So that's good. And anyway, while we were sitting there, we'd been stitching. We started at 3 o'clock and we ended 8. Or you can leave whenever you want to and arrive whenever you want to, because I was late. I had to go after work because I had to work for somebody. But anyway, it was pouring rain. So we didn't have as many people as we usually do when we have something, you know, that we hadn't had in a while. But anyway, he came over and brought us a fruit tray with cream cheese dip. And said, here you go, ladies. He said, I thought you might need this. You know, you might want this. And it was delicious. It had cantaloupe and honeydew and all that stuff. But anyway, it was really nice because Barnes & Noble never did that either. But anyway, not that we go for the food, but you know. And then while we're there, several people, when they finished, they just went grocery shopping. So, you know, that's the way it goes. So what I'm working on, what I worked on last night was Snowbirds. Isn't that cute? It's a Pine Mountain design. It's oldie but a goodie and not available anymore unless you find it on Etsy or eBay. Not Etsy, eBay. And it's on 14 count Hearthstone, and it's already sewed on the little flannel piece. And I just started the snowman's hat. I got the little clothesline done with the mittens and the scarf, and I stitched the scarf and the red bird. Well, the red bird was already stitched. Gave him some arms. And so when I finished the hat and a couple more things and the little clothesline thing, it'll be done. And then I can sew it up, and I have a little pillow form to put in it, and it'll be a FFO. Yay! So I just didn't feel that this was fair as my closest finish. I'm going to finish this first, and then I'm going to do whatever y'all pick next week. Okay? So be sure and vote on the bee, the Halloween, or the bunny, whichever one you think I need to work on for my WIPGO project this month. All right. Let's see. I've done that. I think I've covered everything. Again, my heart just goes out to Jean Lee's family and her co-workers and staff and you know, her close friends and all her cross-stitch friends, all of us. We all will miss her greatly. But anyway, be sure and tune in because I'm going to have a whip parade. And you know, I have a lot of whips or works in progress. So it's going to be kind of part 1, part 2, whatever. So anyway, until then, just look out for the next one. Be sure and like and subscribe and comment Bee, Halloween, or bunny. And click on the little bell so you'll know when my whip parade comes out. All right, until next week or whenever the next video comes out, I will see you soon, and happy stitching. Be sure and start all the things, because if you don't start it, you can't finish it. Bye-bye. Hi, everyone. I'm Dottie, Stitching Scotty, and welcome to my Flosstube today. This is Dottie. Oh, shoot.